The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the cityscape. In her small, cluttered apartment, Sarah leaned against the window, gazing at the stars twinkling in the night sky. A sense of unease gripped her heart. The world was changing, and not for the better. Sarah had always felt a deep connection to nature, a passion that had grown stronger over the years. The signs of environmental degradation were becoming impossible to ignore. From rising temperatures to plastic-choked oceans and shrinking forests, the planet was in peril. It was time to do something about it, and Sarah knew she couldn't stand by any longer. For years, she had observed the world's ecological decline. But it was that moment, looking out at the darkened city, that something changed within her. The urgency of the situation weighed heavily on her heart. It was a turning point, a call to action. She couldn't ignore it any longer. The next morning, Sarah awoke with a renewed sense of purpose. She couldn't sit idly by as the world's ecosystems suffered. Over breakfast, she shared her thoughts with her close friend, Emma, a fellow nature enthusiast. Emma's eyes lit up with excitement. "You should start a movement, Sarah. Make people aware of what's happening to our planet." Sarah's heart raced at the idea. The enormity of the task ahead was daunting, but she felt an irresistible pull. She realized that she had to do something more than just make personal lifestyle changes. The world needed a collective awakening, a movement to address the looming environmental crisis. With a newfound determination, Sarah began her research, delving into the intricate web of environmental issues. She contacted experts, read books, and attended seminars. She knew she needed a well-informed and passionate team to bring about real change. With the launch of her grassroots environmental organization, Green Earth Advocates, Sarah threw herself into her mission. She organized beach cleanups, tree planting events, and informative workshops. The community began to take notice, and slowly, the movement gained momentum. As Green Earth Advocates grew, so did its impact. Sarah's days became a whirlwind of meetings, phone calls, and public speaking engagements. She managed her day job while dedicating her evenings and weekends to the cause she was deeply passionate about. The organization attracted a diverse group of like-minded individuals, from scientists and artists to students and retirees. It was a testament to the fact that concern for the environment knew no boundaries of age or occupation. Together, they were a force to be reckoned with. As the seasons changed, so did the state of the environment. Green Earth Advocates made a tangible impact, one small action at a time. Sarah's passion was infectious, and she inspired others to join her cause. Schools began incorporating environmental education into their curricula, and local businesses adopted eco-friendly practices. One evening, Sarah received a call from Emma, who was elated. "Sarah, you won't believe it. The government just announced a major policy change, all thanks to our advocacy efforts. It's a step in the right direction." Sarah's eyes welled with tears of joy. The hard work was paying off, and she felt a glimmer of hope for the planet's future. The road ahead was still long and challenging, but they were making progress, one small victory at a time. As Green Earth Advocates continued to grow, so did the challenges. Sarah faced opposition from those who saw her movement as a threat to their profits. A major corporation attempted to smear her name, but Sarah's resilience only fueled her determination. She knew she was on the right path, and she wouldn't be swayed. The smear campaign was a test of her conviction. It could have discouraged her, but instead, it steeled her resolve. She had seen the environmental degradation firsthand, and she understood the urgency of the situation. She was determined to push forward despite the obstacles in her way. One day, a man named David approached Sarah at a rally. He was an environmental engineer with a passion for sustainable technology. David offered his expertise to Green Earth Advocates, and together they started collaborating on innovative projects. David's knowledge and resources added a new dimension to the movement. Their partnership led to groundbreaking solutions, from developing solar-powered community centers to creating sustainable agricultural practices. Together, they were pioneers in finding practical, eco-friendly solutions to environmental problems. Green Earth Advocates expanded its reach beyond its hometown. The movement's message reached people worldwide through social media, a growing network of like-minded organizations, and international conferences. Sarah found herself traveling to environmental summits, where she addressed world leaders and advocated for change on a global scale. She met passionate activists from all corners of the world who shared her dedication to protecting the planet. These global connections reinforced her belief that the fight to save the environment was not limited by borders. It was a collective effort that transcended political, cultural, and geographical boundaries. The demands of her mission took a toll on Sarah's personal life. She spent less time with her family and friends, and her own well-being suffered. Her apartment became a hub of activity, with stacks of documents and campaign materials spilling from every corner. The weight of the responsibility she carried began to affect her health, both physically and mentally. But she knew that sacrifices were necessary to achieve her goal. She reminded herself that the sacrifices she made were minuscule compared to the sacrifices the planet and future generations would endure if she gave up. After years of tireless dedication, Green Earth Advocates was at a crossroads. The movement had achieved significant victories, but the fight was far from over. Sarah had to decide whether to continue her role as a leader or step back and let others carry the torch. The decision weighed heavily on her. She understood that the movement needed fresh voices and new leadership to thrive in the long run. She knew that to secure the future of Green Earth Advocates, it was time to pass the torch to a new, passionate advocate. Sarah made the difficult decision to step down as the leader of Green Earth Advocates. It was a moment of reflection, where she considered her legacy and the organization's future. It wasn't a decision taken lightly, but she knew it was the right one. A new leader emerged from the ranks of the organization, someone equally dedicated to the cause. Sarah stayed involved as a mentor and advisor, offering guidance and support as needed. It was a transition that signaled the movement's growth and maturity. Over the years, Green Earth Advocates continued to thrive under new leadership. Its influence extended to government policies, corporate practices, and individual actions. Sarah's legacy was not just an organization but a global movement that reminded people of their responsibility to protect the planet. The legacy was a source of immense pride for Sarah. She knew that her actions, her unwavering dedication, and the tireless work of countless others had made a difference. The world was changing, becoming more conscious of its impact on the environment, and it was a testament to the power of collective action. As Sarah watched the next generation of environmental activists take the reins, she felt a sense of hope. The world was on the path to healing, thanks to her unwavering dedication and the countless others who had joined the cause. Sarah continued to work behind the scenes, supporting the movement she had started, and living her life with the knowledge that her passion for planet Earth had made a difference, ensuring a sustainable future for generations to come. And so, the story of a woman's mission to save the environment came full circle, leaving a legacy of hope for a better, greener world. The challenges were great, but the determination was even greater, and it had made all the difference in the world.